Thank you very much. And with that, I will yield the floor to the Honorable Minister of Defense to please respond to his barrage of questions.
Thank you very much. It's a very interesting ministry that affects the lives of everybody. So I appreciate the questions. The gentleman from Punch asked that yesterday the House of Assembly said, National Assembly, House of Representatives said that the terrorists have better weapons than us. That is absolutely not true. That's absolutely not true. We have much more sophisticated equipments, and we have much more sophisticated drones. The issue is this war is not conventional war. It's like a guerrilla war. They watch us, they have informants around us, around the people that we try to protect, and they give them information, and they jump to us what we don't expect. And when they know that our surveillance mechanism is watching some direction, because we cannot cover the whole area. So that is it, but they don't have more equipments than us. We have much more. We have more sophisticated equipments, and that is why the successes that I just mentioned. On the summit, yes, strategy is far more important than summit. But summit will give you some inputs for the strategy. When you hold a summit, you hear people, they talk, we take what they said, and we go back to design or renew our strategy, and then the Chief of Defense Staff give operational order based on the strategy developed. So what the National Assembly is trying to do maybe is to bring people together to discuss the issue of security. You hear a lot. I visited most of the past defense ministers. I visited most of the past service chiefs to discuss issues on security during their time and what we see today and how we improve. And I'm sure the service chiefs also do the same. So the summit can help, but the strategy is much more important. The gentleman from Tribune said that the terrorists have armed drones. How? From where do they have armed drones? What we saw up till today are normal small drones, civilian drones. They just tie bomb to it, improvise bomb, and just drop. It's not sophisticated drone. It's not armed drone that has strategic guidance. It's just publication. That is what we saw so far. And we are beefing up our intelligence, and that is why we have arrested so many armed traffickers. And that is why we are monitoring also with the National Security Advisor the use of civilian drones now. Because if you see the videos, I think it's not here, I could have shown you the type of drones they use to attack. It's just small, normal drones that you media use, but with heavy capacity that they will put 1 kg or 2 kg of bomb that explode, and that is what they have now. But we are doubling our intelligence, both internationally and nationally, and always our partners, global partners, to make sure we track the source and we nip it. Daily Trust, the Ajakuta and Daikon, Yes, we are on it. We are working to see if we can resuscitate a section in Ajakuta that will help us in our quest to make Daikon more productive. But you see again, the President and Commander-in-Chief have signed the Daikon bill, which I believe you are all conversant with. As of today, 53 companies have an MOU with us. Most of them are at different stages of construction in their factories. I think about 10 of them have started production, including some light drones, MRAPs, PCs, and many other equipments, helmets, safety vests, and others. So 10 have started producing. And we target by the end of the year, we will have about 20 producing. By next year, God's willing, with your prayers, we'll start to export. And also, I know your head office is in Kaduna. If you visit us there, you will see that the ammunition factory is functioning, and we are producing a lot of arms for our use today. You made a mention of your visit to Batsari and the situation in Safana. We are unaware of it. I didn't tell you it is all over. I said we have achieved success, and you attest to it by saying that Batsari is now okay. So slow but sure, we will deal with this and put it in the end, and nip it on the boat. And Safana will be freed. If you recall, it's not only Batsari, you can't dare leave Gusau through to Jibia. Now that road is open and bubbling. Jibia and the areas around Jibia was really difficult to go, was attacked every day. And now that is freed and the Jibia market is bubbling. And Katsina Jibia is also free. So we are moving, and we'll get Savannah and the other communities that are facing difficulties also liberated. If you recall also, Zaria, Funtua, Gusau is an everyday issue of kidnapping, everyday issue of killing people. Now that has stopped for over 6 to 8 months. So we will continue to do, and with your prayers, I'm sure we will end this thing, and the commitment of our troops and the support of our president. The Lakurawa and Mahmuda, yes. You see, these people infiltrate slowly. If you are a defense correspondent, you know that they don't go in bulk. They dress like you, move like you, without arms and ammunition. They go. First, they start to preach normally. They start to work with people, support people, and before you know it, they build. But we have understood the trend now. So we are watching and we are blocking. More could have happened. More could have happened, but for the support, for the help, and the dedication of our armed men. If you know what is happening in Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso today, even in Chad, even 3 days ago, the whole, I think, this thing, camp just across the border in Cameroon was attacked by these people, and a lot of weapons taken, including an MRAP. So the situation around us is really escalating much more than you think. And we are blocking and also reducing the impact in our country. So that is why I say we must commend these people. Because if you look at Nigeria in isolation, you won't get the gist. It is Google, find out how many military barracks and personnel were killed in Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso in the last 2 weeks alone, and in Chad. You will now understand what I'm talking about. You will see that Nigeria, we are doing wonderfully well. And we'll continue to guard our borders, and we'll continue to be sure that the infiltration of these people has stopped or minimized now that we're understanding their trend and how they operate. On the access to information from us, I mandated the DHQ to give bi-weekly report on our activities and the activities of the armed forces. And I think they have been doing that religiously, right? Yes, and most of you attend to that briefing. So we expect them to brief on their operations and what the armed forces are doing. And there are no fake correspondents or no fake, what do you call them, information officers. The PS here will check what happened and he will streamline it. And I'm sure Henshaw is here. Yes, Henshaw is here, and Henshaw is the Director of Information and is in charge of whatever information we give. So Henshaw, this is a challenge to you, and you have to get it right, and I'll follow it up myself personally. Thank you. The lady mentioned, asked us, what are we doing about the porous borders? Well, right, we are doing a lot. We are doing very well. With my explanation on what the security agencies are doing to reduce the impact of insecurity around our neighboring countries and the escalation into Nigeria, that means we are doing something in the borders. And there are a lot of other things that we do. Unfortunately, there are not things that I will share. But trust us, from what you hear, and from the global context, the regional context, and what happened, to what you know 2-3 years ago, and also from what people are saying on the improvement of security today, you will agree with us. We are doing our best, and we will continue to do our best, and we will continue to develop strategies, change tactics as they change. I thank you most sincerely, and appreciate being invited to answer these questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much.